On the way to town, I got a severe attitude adjustment. Hello, everybody.
Hey guys.
Welcome back to Res Life. We are glad you chose to watch our video today. Hopefully you like this one. It's just the middle of our week. Enjoy the video. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, guys.
We're heading to school right now. It is Tuesday morning. We are gonna try round 2 on this road.
Oh my gosh.
Yesterday we took the detour, and the part where I showed you where the boys go sledding sometimes, it's right here. That's the hill that we were on top of yesterday. If anything, just go on that side too, even.
Go that way?
A little bit over there where your dad always goes, and then go up right here. Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Oh, babe.
Yeah, I knew we were gonna make it.
Yeah, we did. A
This
little
is the
bump there
part-
at the bottom, but it was fine.
The bump didn't hit nearly as hard as I thought it was going to.
We're shaking a little, but it's good. Only animal tracks in this way.
Yeah, definitely only the animal tracks this way. Yep. You're making it, Mama.
Yeah, I am. We're almost out of here. Last hill.
Last hill of smooth driving. Right down here is where we meet up with the regular road. Nobody. It comes from up there. That's where we always get it stuck. Yep, we made it down the hill.
Yeah.
Thanks to Mama Bear's driving, like always. We're gonna head into town now. We're gonna go drop these dudes off. Today we're gonna go check on the Kia, my niece's Kia that we went and picked up the other day, last week. We're gonna go out there and see if we can figure out what's wrong with it. We dropped off to Jackson. We're at the mid school now. Michael is gonna hop off, and Draven's gonna hop off. You boys have a good day. Love you guys.
Love you guys. Be careful.
We are getting our morning started. We're heading out to Rock Springs right now. I got some stuff to do at home, but I gotta go right out to Rock Springs real quick, and I'm gonna check my niece's car, that Kia from last week, the one that we checked out in Rock Springs. It's on my mom's driveway where we left it, I'm assuming. So I'm gonna go right out there real quick and pull some plugs and see what that tells us, and we'll know for sure if we've got a blown head gasket or if we've got electrical problems. Seems like we've had a lot of these lately.
Yeah, really.
One of the things I have to do when I get home, I need to figure out what is going on with the windshield wiper fluid reservoir. The windshield's kind of muddy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very muddy.
Made it out here to my mom's house and we're checking this car, the Kia. And we pulled the coils and I pulled the first plug on it, and I was going to check this to make sure it wasn't an electrical problem before we decide on doing the head gasket. And this looks pretty bad. I'm hoping it's just the spark plugs. This one is the second plug I pulled out, and that one does not look good either. This one is plug number 3, and it also looks really bad. And you can see that they're really getting along on the work of building these new houses over here. So they've got a few of them going already over there. Kind of crazy. This is plug number 4, and it is also burned white. So usually when they burn white like this, it's from overheating, and a lot of times it'll be the engine overheating or it'll be running lean, which means you're getting more air than fuel. And this is a turbo car, so I'm assuming it's going to be a lean mixture due to like a bad fuel filter or something of that nature. But we're going to try to clean these and put them back in and see what's going on with it. Sometimes people buy the wrong plug. The amount of threads on here determines whether it's a cool plug or a hot plug. And this right here is definitely overheating. A lot of the plugs came out looking like this, except one that had oil on it, which means there's oil getting into the intake, which I'm assuming is going to be from a bad PCV. The positive crankcase ventilation valve looks like it's the original one. And there's oil on here from when they put oil in. Apparently there was no oil in it the other day, and there's oil all over the front of that, so I'm assuming an oil cooler line is busted. And this is Amy, that's her car.
Does you live right here?
And this is my mom. All of these plugs are burning really bad, and they're severely overheating. I think it's got to be due to the air fuel ratio, so I think we need to add a fuel filter change on this, or maybe a pump.
Man, that's crazy.
I started cleaning one of them, so we'll see how it goes, see if it'll start.
I've never seen spark plugs like that before.
They're pretty bad.
They're bad.
After I use the pick and I clean all the charred sections off of this, the burnt white parts, then I'll usually take some sandpaper and I'll fold it. And then when I fold it, I'll usually run it in between the grounding strap and the electrode and just back and forth and to clean it off. And then I'll check the gap and re-gap if I need to, and then I'll put them back in and see if it'll start. So I've got the gap tool. I've gapped these all at 0.044 as recommended by the manufacturer. So I'm going to put these all back in. All of them were off by a lot. So I'm going to put them back in. My phone's going to die, so I'm going to plug it in the truck. Well, guys, we're taking off from my mom's now. I worked on that car a bit. I pulled a bunch of plugs and tubes and hoses and wires, checked everything, vacuum lines, electrical stuff. And after we had pulled all the plugs and then we reinstalled them, after we checked the gap, we found out that cylinders number 2 and 4 are firing okay, and numbers 1 and 3 are soaked in gas when we pull it out, so there's no spark, but it's getting fuel. And the spark, I'm assuming, after going through everything that we went through, I'm going to guess that it's going to be a ground and a PCM problem again, which is what we've been dealing with, surprisingly. I don't know if it's like just this year or what's going on, but it seems like we've been doing this a lot in the past couple of months. So I got to go through pages of wire diagrams and figure out which wire I need to ground to the frame or to the battery and see if that works. And I need to come back out tomorrow. We are going to come back out tomorrow. I got to do the heater core on my mom's car. I guess that's why she's not driving it in the winter. She said it doesn't defrost until the middle of the day. By then she's already done doing what she needs to do. The heater core was put in haphazardly and it is leaking inside the truck. So I need to figure out how to stop that leak and then hook the heater core back up to the truck, to the engine, and then I'm going to adjust the camber on the back again as far as I can until it reaches its limit again. So we'll do that tomorrow. Right now we're heading back into Gallup. Good afternoon, everybody.
I got us out.
We have skipped through the day. Mama Bear got us out of the mud. We were stuck way back there a bit. Apparently, I was teleporting from town. Jackson had my phone, so I'm awake now. I have my phone, and I'm documenting our trip up the road.
We seriously got stuck.
Yeah, we got stuck. Mama Bear had to back it up and ended up in the side in that little rut, and she had to back it up quite a bit until we got it back on the road, and we made it up the hill. Oh man, I woke up and I was seriously thinking, I'm gonna have to push this truck.
It just stopped.
Like it just
It
slowed
just
down,
stopped
slowed
on us,
down,
yeah.
then it just stopped moving. So before
can't-
she dug a hole with the tires, she backed it up and made another run at it, and it kind of worked.
Kind of.
The second attempt to get out
yeah.
is what worked. I crashed out because I was super tired today. I've been tired all week and it's just catching up with me. All right, Mama Bear.
We're almost home. We're almost home.
This road's still frozen, snowpack, so this one's okay.
Usually right here is really, really bad.
That'll be next week.
Yeah.
Butter dog.
Buddy. We made it back.
We have made it home. Man, that was kind of rough.
That was scary.
That was the first time I didn't think that we were gonna make a loop. I was like, oh man, either I gotta push it, or I don't know what we'd have done. Came up and got the flatbed.
The flatbed we can't use because it's broken now.
Oh, the clutch is bad.
Mm-hmm.
We need a pressure plate for that flatbed.
Yeah.
For a 1969 Ford. It's a 4-speed on an old 396. What are we having for dinner, Mama?
Lasagna.
Ooh, these ground beefs look all fancy.
They really do.
Ooh. So the ground beef was browned up. Mama Bear was boiling up the lasagna piece, the lasagna noodles. And now she's layering it. What you got in here, Mama Bear? Cheese, sauce, and meat for us simple ones?
Yes, very simple.
Sometimes she makes them with the 4 cheeses and all the extra stuff. But the boys and I think we'll eat more of just the beef, the sauce, and the cheese.
Yeah, that's how I gotta make it for you guys.
I was wanting to get more in-depth video on what Mama Bear's doing when she's cooking. But right now I'm going through emails, getting back to them, and also going through on the Studio app, checking out the YouTube stuff and getting everything situated for what we're doing. So I'm just sitting in the kitchen watching the Mama Bear. We are always busy throughout our day. We're always on the go, doing this, doing that. And every now and then I can sit in the kitchen and watch Mama Bear. And even though we've been together for 15 years, sometimes I just watch her doing her normal stuff and I fall in love with her all over again. It's kind of awesome. She's just cooking right now, taking care of the boys and myself, of course. I'm lucky she loves me. What you doing, Mama Bear?
Waiting for this to be done.
Ooh, that looks so good. Man, you sure are the best.
Thanks, honey.
I love the way you cook. I love everything about the way she cooks. Yeah, look at this. And Mama Bear is done with the lasagna.
It looks and smells really good.
Well, guys, dinner is served. While we're having dinner tonight, I'm checking out the food review video from Yazzie Family Vlogs on Anthony's Taste of the Southwest with their guest, Shane Ballou. This lasagna is the best lasagna I've had. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
We hope you guys are having a good day today. We're heading down the road now. We're going to go back and work on my mom's car. She's got a heater core problem and a negative camber problem on the rear tires on her Journey. And I threw in some iridium plugs that I have here at the house. We have 12 of them. 4 AC Delco ones and 4 Motorcraft for Ford ones. I'm going to try them both in that Kia, see if they make a difference. And I need to get a voltmeter so I can be checking the amount of resistance that's going on in these plugs.
We needed one of those like a long time ago.
Since we first needed one, I've probably had like 50 jobs where I needed one. I just keep guessing. But we're heading in right now. And our bro Dylan, he asked if we can go check his burners and his griddle real quick to make sure it runs good on the 1st. Because today is the 1st of February. So we're going to go give it a run through real quick too today and make sure everything is good to go for his taco sales today. This is where Pam's grandma's cornfield was. And then that's where they were growing corn for a bit before we made it
That
next
was
to
me
the
and my
house.
mom's, yeah. My
So this
mom's
was-
cornfield.
Pam and her mom's cornfield, and then the whole
Where
area,
there's no bushes.
the whole area from here to here was her grandma's cornfield.
They got frost on them.
Is Valentine's Day on the 28th?
No.
It's always on the 14th,
It's
baby.
always on the 14th. Yeah, February 14th. Oh, Papa went that way. Is that the way? Woo!
I didn't even record
We
that.
got out!
We're taking the other road again. The
off-roading road.
what is this called? I don't know what it's called. It's not a side road and it's not a back
My
road.
dad's private road.
It's our other road. It's the private road. Seemed like that road was so much better. Nobody understood.
So much better.
And then we're back to this one.
Oh, already scraping it.
We have Jackson dropped off now. We're gonna head across. I took Jackson into school and he's starting to want to walk in by himself now instead of us walking him down there.
Oh, you serious? Train.
So we're heading across now, and I just stopped by the office anyway. Said what's up. Said good morning to Mr. J. Said good morning to Rachel, to one of the secretaries there. She's been helping us out a lot, and we've known her for a lot of years.
Yeah.
And Miss Thomas, the principal, so said good morning to everybody.
The last time I walked Jackson into, he was trying to pull away from me. He was trying to pull away from me when I was holding his hand, so he's about that age now where he doesn't want to hold hands or...
He was the last one too. He didn't care if we took him to class. He didn't care if we were holding his hand. I think now he's starting to.
My baby.
After a little bit of work on the taco trailer, I went over there and I cleaned underneath the griddle part. I cleaned the valves, checked the regulator. I got the burners to burn sufficiently. So we're on our way to Rock Springs now. I'm gonna go adjust a camber on my mom's car and see what I can do about our heater core problem. Hopefully I can fix it. Okay guys, this is what we're here to fix. Well, we can't really fix it right now, but we'll correct it as much as we can. The camber is off and the toe is off. This thing needs new bushings pretty bad.
Well, that one was easier.
That was a lot easier. Kind of. Alright you guys, now that I've got the camber adjusted on it, I've got to get to the heater core. So this is what we're going to work on today. The heater core was cut in order to be put in, and that's not the way you want to be doing it. Both of these lines were cut right here, and then the heater core was slid in sideways, which eliminates the process of taking out the whole dash and everything that needs to come out in order to move that. But when you're trying to slide it up through the firewall, that's what creates the problem, because now it's leaking from there. So I'm going to see what I can do about that. And in here, we've got those two connections that are disconnected, and there's a piece of metal pipe that is connecting the two hoses. So once I fix the leak on the inside, we will take these two hoses going into that metal pipe there, and we'll just put those two hoses on the heater core. It's a brand new heater core, just hasn't been used because it's been leaking. Right. So the reason why it was leaking was, first off, this was cut, but even after that, The hose that was connected to here was also connected to this part, but this part here was bent at a 90 degree and it was cut really close to the 90 degree. So trying to put the hose on here at an angle and then putting a hose clamp on it, that never works. So what I did was I just cut this one off completely, and this is the angle that the hose clamp was on. So if we eliminate this, we can slide the hose up here and then slide it on there, and hopefully we'll have no leaks. And it's the correct hose too, sizing wise. So it's the 5/8 diameter hose, and it's for a heater core and stuff. So let's see what's up. We had to go run over to Navajo Shopping Center, and we had to go buy some more hose clamps. Those ones that were on there were aluminum ones, and those ones were not good. So I had to go get some of these stainless ones. These hold a lot better, especially under pressure, the way the heater core hoses are going to be. Looks like no leaks so far. We've got no leaks on it. And it's under pressure now, so yeah, there's hot water flowing through that. Yep, it's sealed up. And the camber looks a little better on this. It's not all wild anymore. We are done in Rock Springs for the day. I actually had a couple of more things to do out there, but I didn't. We have to go pick up Jackson. The alarm's going to go off in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So we just left from my mom's. We're going to go head back into Gallup and then go down to pick up Jackie from school. While we were over here, we've got the heater core situation fixed and we've got the camber situation fixed. My niece Amy's car went out and that was the only ride that was running okay. And my mom's car, we changed the bushings on it a while back for the rear control arms. Well, when those bushings went out, those were the first two that went out. There are like 8 other bushings on both sides that went out. Not 8 apiece, but I think it's like 4 more bushings on the driver's side and 4 more bushings on the passenger side that went out. They're just deteriorating. And it's common in these Dodge Journeys, the Dodge Caliber, and the Dodge Chargers. So we're gonna have to change out all those bushings, but we're gonna do that whenever the road clears up a bit and we can get the vehicles that we're working on away from the house and then get that one over there to the house. So for now, the camber is adjusted. It should last a little longer, and the heater core is good. So now she can drive it. She was saying she couldn't drive it because the windshield wouldn't defrost until like 10 o'clock in the morning. So I checked it. We started it, we ran it for a few minutes. We ran it for like 15 minutes, let it heat up to normal operating temperature. I turned the heater on, checked everything, checked for leaks, everything's good. So now we're out to Gallup. It's been kind of crazy these past like few weeks or whatever. We've been coming out to Rock Springs more and more. Usually we don't come out this way a whole lot. I really love it when Mama Bear helps me with these rides. I've been working on it. I started getting all frustrated with it. Just the spacing that I have to work with, and the fact that all my tools that I use the most they've all been breaking the past couple of months. So I'm down to like making do with what tools I do have, and I've been dealing with that a lot today. And I just was getting frustrated with the car. I finally got it going. I finally got it running all right. I started the car and I was thinking, why is this thing not running right now? And I was checking for leaks and I was not too worried about what I was doing. But as soon as Mama Bear came back to the car, she was in the truck because she was checking on my phone. We're uploading a video right now. When Mama Bear walked back up to the car, she said, whoa, sounds like a vacuum leak. So she checked, and then there were 2 vacuum leaks, 2 of the lines that I unhooked in order to gain access to the area where I was doing the heater core. So we plugged them back in, bam, the car started running right. Simple things like that I've been overlooking. But we've been kind of doing non-stop for a couple of weeks now. There's Twin Buttes.
We're on the complete opposite side.
Yeah. Wow, this is unexpected. I hope everybody behind us is paying attention when they're coming over that hill. Somehow, the traffic on the freeway has stopped. It's moving again though. We are at Jackson School. We're ready to pick the baby up. And on the way into town, I got a severe attitude adjustment. Apparently, I was starting to lose my cool out there on that stuff. But with a little bit of grub, everything changes.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know. Mom was like, "What do you guys want to eat?" And I'm like, "We'll just wait for the boys." And she's like, "I don't know, bro." So this ensures that I'll be in a better mood when the boys get in, because I don't want to be in any kind of bad mood or any kind of like even a so-so mood when they get in. I haven't seen them all day. I like to be happy with them when they get in. Except sometimes they get in and they have a bad attitude. But we usually just do what we can to alleviate the situation. Whatever it is. Usually they just need to eat too. So
They'll be happy today because you got them chicken sandwiches.
we picked up some chicken sandwiches from KFC for them too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool.
Mhm.
But they're gonna let the buses go here in a minute or two, and then we're gonna head over. Well, I'm gonna head over. Mama's gonna munch. Mama was hungry too, I guess.
I was hungry.
So we're gonna go walk over and pick up Jackson here in a second. Get our evening started. Normally I say we do evening stuff, but yesterday Papa fed the dogs, and we haven't really been going outside because it's super muddy and the snow is still deep where it's not muddy. So we haven't really been doing evening stuff other than drawing, writing. I've been researching and filling out stuff on our books. Like I have a couple of books that I keep for every vehicle that I work on. Whatever we start with, whatever the problem is, and then whatever it is that we fixed. So when I start looking at these forums where people ask these questions, I'll be like, oh yeah, we had this one ride that did that, and it turned out to be this, and it turned out to be this.
Mhm.
So I was filling all those out last night and stuff, and usually that's what we've been filling our evenings with. We've been saying like, let's go make some popcorn and watch a movie, and then we go to the room, and of course by then it's like 11 o'clock.
Yeah, really.
So this morning everybody got up all right, huh?
Yeah.
We got up at 6 like normal. We got everybody up at 6:30. Everybody was cool. Michael was up already. I had to warm him up some lasagna this morning, so I just threw it in the
He's
oven.
been crashing out like really early and waking up early. Not like he's been waking up like at 5 o'clock. So
And I think it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Like he's been getting tired because of his brain stimulation at school and stuff. Like he's actually learning. He's got these New Mexico history classes that he's really into, and world history, different things that he likes. But I think just going to school is what's making him tired. Seeing his friends, whatever. And he's got his Xbox back, so he's been doing that. He's happy with his new phone. Usually when I do tattoos, it's a lot of times for trade because tattoos are things that people want instead of need. So the last tattoo that we did, when we did Sue's tattoo, we did it for a trade for a phone. And the phones just go down the line, so Michael doesn't have to deal with his busted up phone anymore.
I tried telling him to keep the iPhone.
I try so hard. I tried pretty hard one time to get the iPhone. I had an iPhone for like a year. Man, I didn't like it one bit. I liked the camera back then, but the camera on this phone that I'm holding right now, this Samsung Note, it's way better than the iPhone that I had at the time. And now I see Mama Bear's camera is way better than mine, but the features and everything that I use on my Samsung, I'm so used to it now. Like I even watched, she's the one that said, watch the video on it, see what you can do with it. So I started using pro mode and stuff in our phone. Hey, there's Warren. So I started using all the features of my phone, and now I just kind of like got used to it. So when the new iPhone came in, well, the new brand newish iPhone, it was new to us, but they come up and we get them 11s, 12s, 13s, and I don't really like them. So I pass them to her, and she passes her phone on down the line. So now all the boys have their iPhones, and it kind of sucks because Mama has her phone. She gave her phone to Michael, and then Michael gave his to Draven, and now I'm the one that has the oldest phone in the house now. Kind of sucks, but it's cool. It works. It's still posting videos, still showing you guys what we do every day. Kind of cool. We're gonna go get Jackson now. We have Jackson. Draven's finally coming to the truck, Mama Bear.
Yeah, he is.
Michael came and hopped in early.
Yeah, he did.
Somebody was walking around behind the school with some girl while we were waiting. Bro, this road is so bad.
Oh yeah, it's very bad. It's worse than yesterday.
Man, baby, this looks like it's worse than yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, my nice clean windshield.
Just cleaned it too. Oh man. Awesome. The grader came through and cut down a lot of the ruts up the road. Just that bottom part we got to worry about now, really.
Yeah. Still super muddy. At least now we don't have to worry about the high parts.
Yeah, I cut the ruts down, so now the ruts are only half as deep.
He said hi.
Buddy's all muddy.
I'm trying to clean him. Hi, Ivy.
Hi, Ivy girl. Hi, little pup. We made it back to the house, and it is still pretty chilly, and the mud is still pretty muddy out here. So while we're here at home, Mama Bear is working on dinner, and this is what we've got. Chicken and rice. And that is going to be it for this video, guys.
Later, guys. Thanks for watching.
Yes, thank you all for watching. Hope you all have a nice rest of your day. Stay safe.
Stay warm.